Welcome everybody. My name is Nick Hershey. I am the president and founder of the Mortgage Calculator, aka Mortgage Calculator Company LLC. We are a new company that is a non-delegated correspondent lender and also a wholesale broker with a lot of lenders as well. I have on the presentation here my business partner is Kyle, who's also my brother, and our partner Jose, who has over 26 years experience as a loan officer and as well as a branch owner as well. So first part of this, let me go ahead and share my screen and explain a little bit about what makes us different and how we work. So hopefully most of you on this call have joined us from this page and have gone through some of this, but let me go line by line and just explain a little bit about what makes us different. So this video you guys can watch, it's the same video we're doing right now. We record it every week, so you can check that out if you want to get a refresher. But basically what makes us different, we'll go through here some of the bullet points. We've done a model, a T model under a FDIC bank, and then also as a wholesale broker, and also as a non-delegated lender, and also as a delegated lender. So we've gone through a lot of different forms of this team and this company, and we've found that the correspondent and specifically non-delegated correspondent work very well. One of the things that works well for that is there's no max commission cap when you're a correspondent lender and you're the lender. So a lot of times when we're a broker and we're doing some great deals, we miss out on that. Another thing that's great about being a correspondent lender is we can still be a broker. So we have dozens, I believe 32 different wholesale lender options right now where we can broker loans. And then we have 5 correspondent partners, investors we call them, where we can actually do loans with our name on the documents where we're the lender, and we get better pricing and products and all that kind of good stuff that comes with being a correspondent lender. A lot of differences there within the channels. We'll get into the specifics when you guys come on board and do the trainings. But if you guys are familiar with the different business models, there's definitely a very different set of benefits and rules for broker and very different set of benefits and rules for correspondent. We like to be able to do both. Now, the other thing that makes us very different is how passionate myself and Kyle are about leads. Obviously, Jose loves them as well. But me and Kyle, we come from more of a marketing and technology background. So we built companies up more in the tech space. And we also do a lot of advertising on Facebook. We've spent millions of dollars on Facebook and Google and all the great online advertising platforms to build all of the businesses that we've built in the past based on online lead generation. So we are very passionate about giving you guys leads. Kyle will actually show you guys here in a minute exactly how that looks. And basically we do a 50-50 split. So there's all kinds of different lead streams you guys can tap into. And it's a pretty simple 50-50 split. You take one of the company leads, you're going to make half your commission that you would have, but we still have some great aggressive commission, which we'll get into in a second. Another thing that makes myself and Kyle different coming from the tech space, we are very passionate about no fees. So we want to make sure that we provide the services. So we've built every line of code for what you're about to see when Kyle shows you the demo. There is no tech fees or desk fees or other fees of any kind because we don't pay other services to provide you guys the tools you need to do your loans. So we have our POS, our LOS, everything built in to our system where we built that line of code ourselves, and we're able to do loans start to finish without buying any other services and therefore passing those savings on to you guys. So we are very passionate about not having any fees for you guys to do your job as originators. A lot of other companies have that. We do not. Another thing that I mentioned before was our proprietary mortgage CRM. So just like a lot of companies out there charge you to use a CRM or you have to get your own CRM, we're very passionate about bringing that in-house. So we built our own CRM from the ground up for us, by us. I'm a loan officer. I do loans every day. So does Jose. We've also built the code. So it worked exactly like we want it to work, how we want it to work. Now the CRM part of that, pretty basic, right? Every CRM, you contact people, you dial numbers, all that kind of good stuff. Kyle will show you how that works. What really makes us unique is a lot of the custom stuff we've done to build that into our custom website and our custom POS, where we're basically gathering the 1003, generating the 3.4 XML file from our actual CRM in order to get that into the more traditional LOS, such as Encompass, which we use as well. So a lot of work we've done to be able to set everything up on the front end to connect our leads into our proprietary CRM. And also we built kind of a pre-LOS system where we can get that actual file completed and ready to go into Encompass with basically no work in Encompass, which is great. As I mentioned, we're very passionate about leads. Not only do we give you guys leads, we give you guys the tools to route your own leads. If you already have leads coming in, you just need to route them into our CRM. Great. Kyle will show you how that works. Also, if you want to purchase leads and you want to get set up on your own lead program, We want to make sure everybody that's on our team is going to be purchasing leads in order to grow their business. So, we don't want to charge for any desk fees or anything like that. We want to make sure you guys are using your money to invest in yourselves, into investing into leads, into generating a pipeline for you guys. So Kyle will show you guys exactly how that looks. Another thing that we've done as loan officers, not really a business thing, but something as loan officers that myself and Jose and Kyle as well, we're very passionate about, is business purpose loans. So DSCR, very popular word nowadays. Hopefully you guys have heard of that. If you don't know, that's a business purpose loan for investors. It just goes off the rent of the property. We've been very passionate about this product for the past 2 years. It's ever more popular now as interest rates rise and investors don't flinch, right? Our investor business has not dropped at all. If anything, it's increased, right? Whereas everybody else, every other company in America, their business fell off a cliff, right? So we've been focused on this end of the business for quite a while, the non-QM and specifically the DSCR. The other benefit of that is it does not have to match your licensing footprint. So there's over 30 states that allow us to do DSCR, business purpose loans, as long as we're closing in an LLC and it's a business purpose loan, without necessarily the company or you guys as the LO being licensed in that state. So when we're doing ads, we're generating massive amounts of awareness on a national scale. We want to make sure we can close those loans. And the great thing about DSCR is you don't even have to be licensed, matched up with that state. So it allows us to do a lot more business a lot quicker and generate those leads for you guys at scale. Another thing we're very passionate about is the support. So just like we're on a team call here, we do one-on-one team leader calls as well. So if you need to get unstuck from a loan, you can book a meeting with me. I'll help you run that DU. Book a meeting with Jose to help structure those files. 26 years of experience. He knows exactly the ins and outs of how to set stuff up. All that kind of good stuff. So we want to meet with you one-on-one to get you unstuck wherever you're stuck. We also want to make sure we have some sort of trainings every day. So we have daily group trainings like we're doing right now, where we also do stuff specific to the newer loan officers, and then also have trainings with our lender partners and all that kind of good stuff. So a lot of different trainings that we want to get you guys involved in to be able to get you guys up to speed. Now let's move on to the stuff that you guys are probably most interested in, which is the compensation. So let me zoom out a little bit here. I'll try to fit it all on one page here. So we have a few different options here. I'm going to try to reorganize this page a little bit to show you guys all on one page a little easier. But basically, there's producing loan officers. We have our compensation plans that are people that already know what they're doing. If you're brand new, or if you're just getting back in the business, or if you're not full time, big thing there. Make sure you check out this plan for new loan officers. Basically our loan officer assistant plan, but with some crazy compensation that you can still get. So I'll actually start down here today. So if you're new or just getting back in the business, or you're not quite ready to jump in with both feet and do this full time, no worries. We'd still love to have you as part of the team, but we want to make sure we put you in the right plan. So the loan officer assistant plan is for someone who is not signing loan applications, right? You're not going to be the originator on the file, but you're still going to be licensed. All of you here on this call hopefully already have your license or are working towards it. If you're licensed, you can still get paid commissions. However, you are not signing the loan application, right? So in order for you to get these commissions, you do have to be licensed, obviously. Now, 75 basis points is 0.75% commission. That's a pretty great commission rate for a lot of you guys that are coming from more of a call center type of environment. Typically 20 to 40 basis points is probably what you guys were making in more of a call center type environment. This is a lot better commission than that. But the important thing is here, you do not have to do the loan start to finish like you would if you were an actual loan officer signing the loan application, being responsible legally for the loan. So it's a great way for people that are just getting started to learn, or a great way for people that are more just getting back in the business and maybe want to focus on generating business and less about doing loans, right? So it's a great plan for us to get in there. Also, if your states don't line up or you're not as concerned about states, it's a great way to just start doing some loans, referring them to people that are senior loan officers that are active in that state and know what they're doing. You can pass those off to them. They'll close it. They'll put their name on the application. They know what they're doing, and they'll make sure you get you paid your 75 bips. Now, let's scroll back up here. Hopefully that covers this plan. If you guys are new, just make sure you scroll down a little bit here for the newer one, or if you guys are going to be doing this not full-time, part-time in any way, this would be for you. Now, if you guys are serious, if you guys are producing loan officers, if you already know what you're doing, great. We have some great compensation plans for you. So let's start at our regular plan. Everybody starts on the regular plan. In our previous iterations, you guys might have seen this, where the previous companies we've been partnered with wanted to allow the seniors to start right away. We want to make sure we are clear here. You have to close 5 loans as a loan officer to upgrade to the senior. So we have no problem upgrading you. We just want to make sure you know our systems, you know how everything works, you've taken the trainings. Again, we work a lot differently than most companies out there. So even if you already know what you're doing, you probably are going to have to learn our systems a little bit differently here. So we want to make sure everybody starts on the loan officer plan, and then everybody gets upgraded automatically to the senior once they close 5 loans. Now let's look through here on the loan officer plan up to 200 basis points compensation. That is for reverse mortgages. So we've learned how to do reverse mortgages over the last year or so, working on some different iterations, and those have some crazy compensation. They're non-trade loans. They do have some crazy compensation. They're negative AM, so they have some crazy compensation. The loans you guys are probably used to would be more of the conventional non-QM stuff, more stuff I'm used to. That would be 150 basis points compensation, which is 1.5%. Now, if you took a company lead, remember it's a 50-50 split. So if you're on a loan officer plan, great. We're sending you leads all day, every day. Kyle will show you how that works. You take one of those leads, you close it, you're going to make 50% of this. So 75 basis points or 0.75% commission on a conventional or non-QM file if we gave you the lead for free. Now, same thing on the reverse mortgages. You take a company reverse mortgage, 50%, so 100 basis points or 1% commission. Just to go over it real quick, pretty straightforward, but there's a higher commission once you get upgraded. There's 300 basis points on reverse mortgages once you're a senior. 50% of that, again, would be 150 basis points or 1.5%. And on the regular loans, the conventional non-QM, if you're a senior, you're going to make 2% or 200 basis points commission. And if you take a team lead, that would be 100 basis points or 1% commission. All of the bullet points here we've talked about, basically you get access to everything. Nothing really different between there. Obviously, the loan officer assistant is going to be sending leads to the senior loan officer. So the regular loan officers aren't going to be referred leads from these people. The regular loan officers, you're going to be generating your own business and such. So that would be the one thing, is that this flows up to here. So we want to make sure we get you all upgraded to senior. So we're receiving those leads from the people who are doing this more so as an assistant position. So it's a great system where if you're already rocking and rolling, you want to start here, upgrade to here, and then you can receive all of the referrals from our newer loan officers or our people who aren't quite ready to sign that loan application. So our goal is to get everybody upgraded into the senior loan officer plan, or if you're just going to do this part-time and maybe not take it full-time and jump both feet, we want to have this plan so that you can feed the senior loan officers that are here on the call that are going to take it seriously. So that's basically how that works. The next part of our page here, guys, is where we have kind of a little fluff about how it works. But fortunately, we have Kyle here who can actually show you guys how it works live in person. So Kyle, are you ready to do a little demo?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. You got my screen with the CRM there?
Good to go.
Perfect. Okay. So, when you come on board, we'll do a full training, of course, but I just want to highlight a couple features here of how our system works. Now, of course, we have a regular CRM, as Nick said, that we built. Of course, you create your notes and send your emails and texts, and they line up here. And, we can put them on action plans, drip campaigns, automated emails and texts, all that kind of good stuff, right? The really cool part about our system is our quoting system. So you can make a quote here for somebody within a few minutes. When you get good at it, maybe 3 to 5 minutes it can take to send a quote. You just put a couple pieces of info here. You pull the rates from our API. And what happens is you can spit out your clients a nice looking quote like this. It sends them a text and an email, give them some rate options here. They can scroll over things, see what these mean. It pulls in the Google map automatically, the Zestimate automatically, the proposed loan info, the monthly breakdown of everything, you as their loan originator, and a realtor. So you can plug your realtor partners into this. And they love it, right? The realtor partners love it because they know when you're sending their quotes to their clients, you're going to not only quote them within minutes with some basic info, but you're going to keep them right in front of their client's face. You're going to keep them posted on the quotes, and you're going to show their clients, hey, we are your team that's pushing your deal across the finish line. So your realtor partners absolutely love this. Now, what's really cool is after you send this quote, your clients can then say, start my loan application. What happens is they create their own borrower portal, and it looks like this. So they can start their loan application. We have the basic documents that we've requested already, the stuff we're going to need typically for a conventional loan or whatever type of lead that it is. They can see their loan info, the milestone of where their loan is at, et cetera, right? So it pops right to this page where you can do all of that stuff, where the client can do all of that. Now, let me show you what it looks like on your back end now. You can help them upload documents. You can help them fill out the 1003, and you can also request documents. Let's say you need, their K1 statements. You can click Save Changes and notice that it added that here, right? So you can let the clients know automatically through the system, hey, we need your K1 statement. Click here to upload it through your borrower portal. You can also request entire package. You can say, actually, this person's going to do a DSCR loan, and you can change the whole packet. You can request signatures and say, I need their signature on this. It adds it to the signature, lets them know, hey, we need you to sign a form, and they can click here and sign it right here in our API. They don't have to leave their borrower portal at all. So that is how we're going to take somebody from communicating in the CRM as a lead to quoting them through the quoting system, to collecting all their documents automatically through the system. And then at that point, we're going to keep track of the loan with our pipeline page. So as we do the loan, you're going to know, here's my loans. These are what investor lenders that they're at. Here's the loan amounts. Here's the client. And most importantly, what stage is the loan at? What milestone? The number one complaint about loan officers from both clients and realtors is lack of communication. We're going to use this to not only keep ourselves organized, not only keep the branch managers organized, but also the clients updated on what's going on. When the appraisal is received, we want to make sure that everyone knows the appraisal is received, right? When the conditions are submitted, for example, it's going to ask you if you want to notify the client. And if you leave that checked, it notifies the client and the realtor automatically what stage the loan is at. So we're going to make sure we keep everyone updated on what's going on all the way through the process here, right? So that's how we go from A to Z, from client to closing right here in our system. Now, let's talk about the clients. Let's talk about the leads. I know a lot of you are probably here for the leads. That's what we do. That's one of the things that we're best at. So let's talk about these leads. Let's say Jane Doe is a lead, right? What happens is we do our ad campaigns. We're typically advertising on Facebook. Nick is kind of the Facebook master. He has 2 certifications from Facebook, a certification from Google, and this is kind of what we do. And so we're going to advertise our unique products on Facebook. They're going to click that ad on Facebook. They're going to opt in to be contacted. And that second, you're going to get a text to your phone. You're going to click that text to claim the lead, and it's going to pop up Jane's contact. It's going to tell you Jane clicked on an ad for a DSCR loan. Just that exact second, you're going to call Jane, and you're going to quote Jane, and you're going to collect Jane's documents. You're going to do the loan, right? So those are coming to your phone all day. Leads that you can claim, that you want to claim instantly and call them within the first minute. That is the best way to get a hold of them. And of course, you can text them and email them and put them on reminder campaigns and all that kind of stuff. So that's the first and foremost way that we're sending leads all day. Those are the fresh, hot leads from our ad campaigns. Now, another way that we give you leads is our auto dial. So if you see here, we have all kinds of different leads, from leads that fell through the cracks that nobody claimed, to cold call leads, to realtor lists for you to call. And so we have all these in the auto dialer. You can call 300 to 400 people in a day. All you do is pick up your phone once. You don't touch it again. You just have your headphones in. You can go through next call. It drops the automated text and emails from you with their name and your name, from your phone number, from your email. Everything automated, so you can reach a few hundred people a day and drop those auto texts and emails and move right on to the next person. And so, of course, a full service auto dialer with the lead list that we've put in here for you when you want to come put in that work. So that's the second way that we provide leads. Now, here's the next way that we can get leads in your system, is you can purchase them. As Nick said, We are doing these campaigns and have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on each campaign, proving them out. And what we can do is if you want to purchase your own leads, they're the same exact leads that we're giving you for free, but you're purchasing them yourself. They're going directly to you only, so you don't have to click it immediately to claim it, right? And there's no lead split on the back end. So when you want to keep your pipeline full, when you want leads that you don't pay a lead split on the back end, you can purchase the leads from us. So obviously probably want to wait, come on board, see how the leads are that, you know, that we're giving you, and then maybe bump up to the $1,000 a month, you know, budget once you start closing a bunch of leads, right? So these are great leads and you can purchase them if you'd like. The other way to bring leads here into our system is through your webhook. So the import leads tab here, we give everyone their own custom webhook here, and you can purchase leads from anywhere else and shoot them into our system, right? Automatically, instantly, just like one of the leads that we give you, you'll get a text and an email. That way you can call them immediately, quote them, gather their documents, everything in the system like one of our leads. It's just going to be from wherever you purchase it. If you purchase leads from Zillow or like Free Rate Update, we have the steps here to put them in. Anywhere that's legitimate that you can buy opted in leads from, you can use your webhook to bring them into our system automatically. So every single way that you can get leads into your system, that we can provide you leads, we do, right? That's what we're all about, is leads, whether they're the fresh ones we're giving you from our Facebook campaigns, or they're lists loaded into the auto dialer, or the ability to purchase your own leads, or the ability to bring in leads from anywhere else that you're purchasing. We make sure that you have all of those features at your fingertips to close more deals, right? Now, with that being said, what I'm going to go ahead and do is hold on one second, let me stop sharing. What I want to do is have Nick come in here and have Nick talk about the leads that we get and why we get those type of leads. We're a little bit different when it comes to leads. Nick is kind of the lead master here, so I'll let him talk about how we approach the lead situation in a unique way, and then we'll have Jose talk a little bit, and then we'll open up to questions.
Sure. So again, we do things differently, right? That's what makes us special. If we did things the same as everybody else, there wouldn't be a reason for you guys to be here or a reason for us to exist, right? So I just want to make sure that you guys understand that we're going to do our advertising very differently. So the way we advertise is very different than you know, the big guys, the Rockets, the Loan Depots, the ones that are spending billions of dollars. You know, obviously they're successful for their business. Obviously it's not successful now. Most of you, a lot of you guys on this call probably came from one of those types of environments, which are in trouble. But we've been focusing on the opposite, right? We're going to do the exact opposite of what those guys spend billions of dollars on. So we're not spending any money on conventional loans or refis or anything like that, that these guys are spending billions of dollars on. For one, we don't want to compete with them. And for two, we want to do something different in order to be successful and a reason for us to exist. So what we do is we focus on what we do best, which is the non-QM. So again, I'm passionate about that. Jose's passionate about that. We've been very passionate for the last 3 years about that. And all of our iterations of our company have been very passionate about that. So we advertise specifically the products that nobody else is advertising for the most part, to the clients that they're not advertising to, right? You know, the Rocket's not going to advertise to a self-employed borrower with, you know, 6 LLCs with bank statements, because they cannot do a loan for that person. But we're going to do a loan, and we're going to not only do one loan, but we're going to do multiple loans. So not only are we going to advertise to the people that aren't getting served, those customers are better customers. So the cool thing about what we do is when we're advertising to investors, we're going to get someone with not just one property, not a first-time buyer that's going to make their first purchase maybe with us. We're going to get someone that owns 5 properties, owns 10 properties, owns 100 properties, owns 300 properties. And once we get that first deal done and that relationship built, we're going to do unlimited loans. So most of my customers are investors with 10, 20, 30 properties, and I'm on my 4th, 5th, 10th, 20th refinance or purchase as they add more to their portfolio with these individuals. Now, what that also means is that my investors that I'm working with, I just purchased a primary home. And guess what? He just put an offer on another primary home. So I'm still doing conventional loans for this gentleman who owns about 30 other properties. Same thing with most of my other investors, right? We want to make sure we get them by advertising something different, a product that they don't know exists, to a customer that, you know, the big guys don't want, and give them the product that works for them, which is the most important thing, right? When we get a customer that's a self-employed customer with, 15 bank statements, 15 different, banks and 6 different businesses, we're going to teach you guys how to do that loan. We're going to do that loan. We're going to close that loan. And that customer is going to be our customer for life, right? Whereas the big guys would have never even attempted to get that person. So yeah, we just want to make sure we do something different. Want to make sure we get them with something that's unique. And then I just want to make sure we leave you guys with, that does not mean that we don't do conventional loans. It just means we spend our money and our efforts on getting new people, cold people off the internet. We're going to get those people in a different fashion. We're not going to get those conventional loans or those refis or advertise in any of those types of ways. Once you get that person though, that comes in with a bank statement, they might qualify conventional, but they want to buy 5 investment properties as a DSCR or business purpose. We're still going to do conventional loans. We're still going to get their friends and family referrals from them that are doing first-time buyer stuff, but we're going to spend our money on stuff that makes us different and lets you guys win as the LO, because we're going to do something that's different and successful. So anyway, long speech. Hopefully that makes sense. Kyle, you good with that?
Yeah, absolutely. Last thing real quick before we open it up to questions. Let's have Jose just talk a little bit about being one of the founders here of the Mortgage Calculator, how he is involved and, how he fits into the puzzle here.
How's everybody doing? Thank you for joining us today. Great decision. Myself, I've been licensed as a mortgage loan originator and as a real estate agent since September of '95. Owned my own mortgage brokerage business prior to 2010. And here I'm more, I guess, the loan expert. I do trainings for the new MLOs, and I also assist with structure meetings and disclosure meetings. All of our, we do encourage the MLOs to seek us out. I mean, the senior MLOs don't have to book a meeting for disclosures. We do encourage it because now we don't have the junior MLOs anymore in our new format. But what I would like to state is this is a great opportunity for the newly minted loan officers that are going to be coming on as loan officer assistants, as well as the senior loan officers, which will essentially be getting a lot of deals from the loan officer assistants, because any loan officer assistant that has a deal to go into the pipeline will have to refer it to a senior MLO. So for the loan officer assistant, you will be getting a lot of mentoring besides what you will normally get from Nick, myself, and Kyle. You will be getting mentoring from the senior MLO who will be processing your loan that you refer to them, because you will stay involved as an integral part of that transaction, helping procure documents and more or less understanding what is going on. So great opportunity for the LOAs, great opportunity for the senior MLOs to add to their book of business. So I really do look forward to helping everybody disclose a lot of files, or to meeting with you when you may be stuck in that file and you need an extra set of eyes to look at what you got to help you clear the condition. That's what we're here for 24/7.
Thank you, Jose. Okay, last thing I want to do here real quick is go over the next steps, and then we'll open it up to questions here. So you'll see here I have the plans up. So at that page, Nick, why don't you drop that link in the chat for me there, so that they can sign up here when you're ready to move forward. So what you're going to do is come here and find the plan that works for you. Now let's go through it step by step again very quickly. For newer loan officers, or loan officers who are not going to be doing this full time, this would probably be the best plan for you. 75 basis points to essentially refer a lead to a senior loan officer. And then, as Jose said, stay involved, help collect documents or whatever it may be, so that you're learning along the way as well. The next plan here is for people who are actual loan officers. This is for people taking it very serious, people who are going to do this full time. This is going to be 200 basis points for your self-gen deals on reverse mortgages, 150 basis points on your self-gen deals for conventional and non-QM, and then again, a 50-50 split if you take one of the company leads. One thing here about the loan officers, we want to make sure that you're really serious about doing this, right? So if you're a new loan officer, or you're a loan officer that's been doing it and you're doing this full time, this is probably the plan for you. However, we want to make sure that your incentives are aligning with ours. We're really about leads. We're about people doing this, full-time if they're choosing to be a full-time loan officer. So we do ask that you spend at least $250 a month on leads for you as a loan officer, right? That's the bare minimum of you being a serious loan officer, taking it seriously and filling your pipeline. Now that could mean spending $250 on leads from us or Zillow or free rate update. As long as it's a legitimate lead place, we want to make sure that you're putting at least $250 into leads, to fill your pipeline. We are still going to give you leads. Your phone will be blowing up all day with those leads we're giving you for free on a commission split. However, we want to make sure that you're serious. So again, this is for full-time loan officers and willing to invest a couple bucks. That's a bare minimum you should be investing as a actual loan officer here looking to generate your own business on leads. So I do want to make that clear here for the loan officer plan. Now, once you've closed 5 loans as a loan officer, you then move to a senior loan officer, meaning that you have higher compensation here, and also meaning that not only do you receive the leads that we give you for free on the commission split, but you also are receiving the referrals from the loan officer assistants, right? So real simple here. Join as a loan officer, close your 5 deals, get higher comp and get more leads. And if you are more so a newbie, a beginner, somebody who's not going to necessarily do this full time yet, somebody who just wants to get in the business and learn and still make some money along the way, that doesn't have to go through the whole process of learning how to close a loan start to finish. It's a difficult process, right? So a lot of work to get your first check, as opposed to somebody who is a loan officer assistant. They can come in, pass off some leads, learn along the way, and really transfer it to some money in your pocket because there's a senior loan officer that's actually closing that loan that already knows what they're doing, right? Because it's a long journey to learn how to do a loan from start to finish. So those are the 3 plans. When you are ready to join, you simply click the link for the plan you want, whether a loan officer or a loan officer assistant. That's going to take you to fill out a form, and then it's going to pop up the contract. Now, you do not need to sign the contract right then, right? It's also going to send you an email. Check it out, look over it. Once you sign that initial contract, I handle all the onboarding, so I will reach out to you personally, go through the next steps so that we can get your employment documents, we can sponsor your license and all that. I will walk you through the next steps. So that is how you get started. So Nick, why don't you go ahead and stop recording here and we will open it up to questions. We'll start with the questions here on the Q&A. If you have more questions, please put them on the Q&A as opposed to the chat. It really helps us here. And I'll start with the first question here on the Q&A.